Yeah, what's up, guys? I hope you're doing well. We're gonna do some football news and gonna talk about the latest stuff, latest news, transfer news, international games, all that. And we're gonna start with some transfer news. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me get here. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some transfer news. And how can we talk about transfer news without talking about the biggest transfer of the week? Alexandra fucking Isak. Man, like Liverpool have done it with this man. Their squad is looking scarier and scarier with like every week. I don't see any team in the Premier League that can take on these guys. Just like just look at this. Just look at this team, guys. Tell me a team in the Premier League who can take on these guys. This is a first 11 that take on any team in Europe. Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, PSG. I feel like if PSG and Liverpool met this season, things are going to be different. Something tells me that Liverpool is going to get those three points. And in terms of the Premier League, I feel like they should just be handed the Premier League. I don't see any other team challenging them for the title, honestly. Arsenal, I've lost hope. As an Arsenal fan, I don't think we're going to win the league this season. I know we just played like, what, 3 games or something? But I don't see us winning the league. But we're going to talk later about Arsenal. We're gonna talk more about Arsenal. This calm, the fake manager that we have, Mikel Scrum Arteta. We're going to talk about him more later. But point is, I wouldn't be surprised if they win a double, maybe even a treble this season. This squad is really, really good. Goalkeeper needs no introduction. Look at that defense. Jadu, Van Dijk and Konate. Jadu could easily be compared to Saliba and Gabriel. And I know Arsenal fans are delusional. No, no, they don't compare. Let's be honest. This is a very solid back two. And you look at the fullbacks, they're just as good. I don't feel like uh, the same quality as Arsenal fullbacks. We got Lewis Kelly and uh, Timber and Lewis Kelly, bro. These are solid defenders. So of course I don't think they're at the same level, right? But they're not inferior to them. And they'll probably get their free bonus to start with. Karen Kane, I don't know much about him, but another thing is the midfield. Look at the midfield. Number 10, Mike Alistair, doing his magic there in the box. Robin Burge, holding the mid, as a defensive midfielder. Look at that number 10, bro. Fucking Starboy from Bayer Leverkusen. 100 million plus. That player. And he deserves every single dime, by the way. A very good player. We should have had him. But the signing that I'm really jealous about as an Arsenal fan is Alexander Isak. I feel like we should have got him. I know some people are like, that price tag is a bit too much for Alexander Isak, and they talk about his injury record, which is kind of understandable, to be honest. He gets injured most of okay, not most of the season, but he gets injured frequently, which can be a problem, when you spend 100 million plus for a player, right? But even then, when he's fit, this guy is a total monster. Nobody can stop him. Like there's hardly any been toying with the likes of Van Dijk and Gabriel and Saliba, So this is a top notch striker. Give him another year or 20. It's gonna be at the level of like the likes of Lewandowski and the likes, right? So really jealous of that signing, by the way. But maybe who knows? Maybe I say you can take it with a grain of salt, but hopefully um our striker, what was his name again? Gyökeres, yeah. I hope Gyökeres can get to that level and prove himself. I know some people are like, they say that, oh, he came from a farmers league, it's not going to perform. But you see about that, we had many players who came from those smaller leagues, so-called smaller leagues. They performed really well, right? So, yeah, I feel like Liverpool is going to compete for many trophies this season, and a treble or a double. It's not impossible for them. At Arsenal, I don't know if I can say that about my Arsenal team, man. But I might sound like a pessimist, but it's been 6 years, bro. Anyway, I digress. We got to talk more about Arsenal.